Binondo district is the oldest Chinatown in the world, and it's only fitting that we get to understand how this place was shaped into what it is now, our much celebrated present-day Binondo Chinatown. Our history walk tour with Ivan Mandi of Old Manila Walks started at the heart of Binondo, from Plaza Lorenzo Ruiz to Binondo Church and to the famous Ongpin Street. In continuation of our tour, we go to one of the busiest spots of Binondo.
So this is Carvajal Street. It's very narrow, but it's very, very busy.
Yeah, it's a market alley. Called the Talipapa in Tagalog. It has an official Spanish name, but it also had a Chinese name for the community. So in the old days, they called this Ho Sua Hang, which is Ho Sua is umbrella,
Yes.
and Hang is an alley. So basically, this was the area where they had, I believe before the war, lots of umbrella shops. So you have a lot of old stores here, like these.
Okay. Maybe we should just chat with the owner a bit.
Yeah, so I'm calling Auntie.
Hello. Go si Valerie. Hello. Go, bimong di. Sige, wakulo, sige, sangdi.
Ngunit siyang ni Titiari out translation Chinese.
Tiong Hua Bin Kok Si Zap Ni. So it's the Republic of China period, 40 years, so that's 1951.
Okay,
Yeah, EQ got some itni.
Lakzap Queenie, lo.
Sapot to ho.
Lakzap Queenie.
Lakzap Queenie.
Wow.
Yok pang no. Ni ka. Bo kwa wet sut to. Kwa chi nam chu si got
Si zap he, got zap he.
Si jo si zap got zap he ko. So this is a very typical old business that we have here in Chinatown, and the reason why it's a very community-oriented place is that you have old businesses like this. Because, you know, our parents or our grandparents probably bought medicine from the same shop, and they're still in business after decades of existence.
And I know until now, a lot of like Chinese and even Filipinos come
Yes.
here to buy the herbal medicines.
Yes, I believe Chinese medicine is becoming to be quite popular as an alternative medicine for a lot of people. So they still have the traditional wooden cabinets, and the smell is still very old Binondo. So one of the many shops here in Chinatown.
All right, very interesting. Thank you so much, Tosia. Tosia. So this is like a palengke. of
Yeah, it's like an
sorts.
alley market, and it's one of the busiest small alley markets in Binondo.
And I'm sure like every time that Chinese New Year comes, a lot of people buy like fruits here,
Yes,
round
yes.
round fruits.
Round fruits and fishes. So it's a mixed market. The produce that they have here are not all Chinese. It's a mix of Chinese and non-Chinese. No? So we have Chinese medicine, to tuyo, to marang, to, you know, whatever local stuff that we have.
So this street is very short, but it has a lot of stories in it.
Yeah, stories and going on. A lot of things going on. It's a market, and you usually have things going on in a market.
This street is
It's called Juan Luna Street, and it's named after the most famous painter in our history. Well, Juan Luna Street was a very important business street in Chinatown, especially up until about the 1960s, because a lot of the banks in Binondo before were actually concentrated on this street. So we're going to one building. It's a pre-World War II building, which has been conserved. So we're going to get a feel of how old Chinatown really looked like in the 1930s.
wow, Ivan. This building is a very interesting mix of like old and new.
Yeah, because this is a 1937 structure, which originally housed a lot of offices, including consulates. But this building was repurposed a few years ago by the Cobancat Hardware Company to be their headquarters. So they actually conserved the entire structure and added new and old elements to it.
I feel like I was transported into a set of a movie, like for Superman, like
Yeah,
newspaper printing company.
Yes, because the building is 1930s. In conserving the old building, they got elements or details from their old office, like this old storefront sign with gold leaf lettering and put it in the new office to remind you of the history of the business. So let's go to the second floor and check out one of the nicest views on Juan Luna Street.
Okay.
This is their hand crank elevator.
Nice. So this is the elevator used like decades ago.
Exactly. One of the last remaining old style elevators in the city. So Val, this is the deck of the Kobankiat building. So it's a little space that they have for outdoor functions. As you can see, the view is classic old Binondo.
So you can see the old buildings and
yes.
appreciate its beauty.
Exactly, the old buildings which used to line the streets of Juan Luna. And as you can see, a lot of them are very stately because a lot of them were bank buildings. Because as mentioned, this street was lined with old banks before World War II.
And we're not done yet. Stay tuned next week for our last stop on our exciting blast from the past journey on the streets of Binondo.